Welcome back. The construction industry has called on government and law enforcement agencies to act with urgency and stop criminal gangs from disrupting their projects. They say billions of rands is being lost because of these criminals. We are joined by the CEO of the South African Forum of Civil Engineering Contractors, Webster Mfebe. Hello, Webster.
Hi, yes, sir.
What exactly are these gangs doing?
Well, just to put it into perspective, KZN is the epicenter from which the business forums proliferated into a multiplicity of forums across provincial boundaries, thereby assuming a national footprint and sphere of influence. So it has gone beyond KZN. They go on sites with guns in hand, threatening contractors on site, demanding to be part of the project. In one case in KZN in 2016, where a black contractor, an owner of a construction company, refused to cooperate, he was shot dead. That case, till today, I've spoken to the family, no one has been arrested.
How widespread is this problem? Is it only KZN?
As I've indicated, it's all over. It has assumed a national character now, as it has happened in other areas like Eastern Cape and Western Cape.
Okay, so they want to be part of the projects. They come on site and they cause mayhem. I've seen some photographs where they even burn the equipment, they intimidate the workers, they even damage the property.
Yes, that's what they do. And in fact, in the case of Saldanha, the 2.4 billion rand, which is involving a private investor, international investor, an oil storage facility, some locals were accommodated, and these people came from nowhere and descended on the site with guns, and the local police came and they said they could not deal with the situation. It's public order police from PAL who took 3 hours to arrive whilst property burned down into ashes. That cannot be allowed.
Who are these people, Webster?
They call themselves Business Forum. I have spoken in December to a structure called FRET, a Federation for a Radical Economic Transformation, and we agreed on the 5th of December that they need to conduct themselves properly, and indeed they have done so. And in the recent spate of incidents, they have distanced themselves. Even yesterday, I was with them in their office in Mount Edgecombe to emphasize the need to engage peacefully and constructively. So the police need to crack this. We can't have a state that is not executing its constitutional responsibility of maintaining law and order.
So how many, more or less, how many incidents have been reported?
84 incidents so far with 84? a value of 27,481 million. That's money lost to the economy. If there's no economic activity taking place, there's no corporate tax paid, there's no money paid to the workers who then pay for services, goods and services, food, which have a VAT component, which goes to the fiscus in tax collection. So it affects the economy and also investor sentiment.
Now, I see you've written to the President, even to the Minister of Finance, the Minister of Police, the Minister of Justice. Have you had any response from them?
I, specifically on behalf of our organization and on behalf of the sector in general, written to the Minister of Finance. The letter has been acknowledged, and the Minister assured me that the matter is receiving attention, and we're therefore awaiting government response.
It's receiving attention, they say, but the mayhem, the criminality is continuing. I mean, what are you going to be doing then? What's the next step? It's affecting our economy, it's affecting your industry.
Well, given the gravity of the situation, I also escalated the matter to the President himself for his intervention, and also to seek an audience with the captains of industry to discuss this problem. The construction industry is very important in igniting the economy again because it employs a lot of people, 620,000 employed, and the labor force 1.5 million. It is an industry in complete decline. The JSE-listed companies over the last decade have lost 71.8% of their value, and jobs are being lost.
Okay. You say police have not acted. Well, we are now joined on the line from Pretoria by National Police Spokesperson, Brigadier Vish Naidoo. Good evening to you, Brigadier.
Very good evening, and thank you for this opportunity.
Brigadier, you've heard Webster saying that police have not acted. Are you aware of the construction mafia and what are police doing?
Yes, I'm very much aware of the construction mafia, as you put it. But we are running a project. There's a task team being established. Like Webster has said, KZN has been an epicenter. The task team is operating from KZN. We're working very closely with the Eastern Cape and the Western Cape. The issues of this construction mafia that we have dubbed Ama Delango Kubone, the Associated Business Forums, as commonly known. With this task team, we have gathered intelligence. In some cases, we've made arrests. In some cases, we haven't. But the biggest challenge is where these incidents are happening, contractors or these development companies, they're not coming forward and opening cases. When they do open cases, in some instances, they are withdrawing the cases as the investigations are progressing. Now, remember, we are dependent on the information presented to us to determine the modus operandi and so forth. But I must say to you, after we arrested Vusi Keke and his gang, remember, their targets have not been the same as this Amadelango Kobona or the business Associated Business Forum. It may not have been the same targets, but the modus operandi was exactly the same. After we arrested him, and even today, the High Court has ruled against him, set aside his application to declare his arrest unlawful. That is as well as it resonates very well for us as the police to show all of these people that are threatening businesses and are trying to extort businesses through intimidation and criminal activities. Right. That the arm of the law is long, and we are able to stamp the authority of the state. But we need the cooperation of this businesses that are affected. They have to report the cases and they have to see these cases right through to the end, so that it can enable us to gather intelligence, to do the necessary analysis, and to get those people responsible and bring them to book. That's all we are asking for. But there's definitely projects running. A task team was established. We're working, as I said, very closely with the Eastern Cape and Western Cape, although I must emphasize, the problem is nowhere near as big as KZN in the Eastern Cape and in the Western Cape.
Okay, so we have the assurance from you, Brigadier Naidoo, that police are acting. So are you saying to us very clearly, live on Crime Watch this evening, that the days of the construction mafia gangs are now numbered? Absolutely numbered, but at the same time, remember, these are splinter groups that are operating in various parts of the country. They're operating mostly where there's road constructions. We want to take this opportunity to call on people to come forward with information. They can provide the information to our toll-free Crime Stop number 086 001 111. All callers can remain anonymous, and the information will be treated with strictest confidence. Thank you very much, Brigadier Vish Naidoo, for that update. Webster, very quickly, you've heard Brigadier Naidoo. People are not reporting it. Cases are being withdrawn. Some arrests have been made. What do you say?
51 court interdicts with no known arrests, except the information he has just given, which we need to follow.
What do the court interdicts say, Webster?
Interdicting the business forums from disrupting the sites. And police go to the sites, contractors report to the police come shake hands in certain instances, and they hug and go. And which then begs the question whether they are complicit in all this. I have yet to see what the Brigadier
Well, it's interesting you mentioned that yesterday, Pretoria West, properties are being hijacked. I accompanied Premier David Makura. Similar allegations, police are not acting. They've got court eviction orders. So this problem seems to be widespread. What is your last appeal to the Minister of Police, the Minister of Finance, the President of the Republic of South Africa?
They must establish a multidisciplinary task team at the highest level, intelligence-driven, using police not from the same province, from another province, to get to the bottom of the problem.
Thank you very much, Webster Mfebe, joining us, giving us an update on the construction mafia. Stay tuned. After the break, The city of Johannesburg has launched a new WhatsApp-based hotline to deal with reckless driving, and we speak to the MMC for Public Safety in the city of Johannesburg, Councillor Michael Sun. And we give you also the week's dosage of missing and wanted persons. Stay tuned.